This is a story about gluttony. I was in my early 20s, and for the first time in my life, I was feeling truly independent. I found myself in a supermarket, and I saw a giant bag of candy corn. As a kid, having a giant bag of candy in my possession was always out of the question. But now I could make my own choices. I thought, here it is, freedom. So I bought the bag of candy. For the rest of the day, I had this giant bag of candy corn with me. No matter what I was doing, I was eating candy corn. Then, that night, I got sick. I thought it was just a little cold. Nothing a little candy corn wouldn't fix. I got even more sick. Borderline puking. Eventually, I passed out. That night, I dreamt that I was in candy corn court. The audience was entirely candy corn, and I was being sued by the families of the candy corn that I had been eating all day. I got sentenced. My punishment? Being eaten alive by the families of the candy corn. There was cheering in the stands. My defense attorney just said, "Oh well," closed up a suitcase and walked away. I turned around and there was the ravenous crowd of candy corn, hungry. I tried to run away, but I couldn't. The crowd was unstoppable. Eventually, I was cornered. And right when they were all about to take a bite out of me, I woke up. It took me a moment to figure out that I wasn't being eaten, and then I realized I didn't feel sick at all. Full recovery. And then I looked to my side, and there it was. The giant bag of candy. And the cure for morning grogginess? Candy corn. And I ate a piece, and I started to feel sick again after one bite. And that was the last time that I ate candy corn. So in conclusion, you are what you eat. Or put another way, when you eat too much of something, your meal will come back and eat you in your dreams. Yep, sounds about right. I was at a stand-up show recently. The venue's owner had a cat that had a bandana around its neck and was wearing little boots, and it was just meandering around while people were performing. I was sitting just next to the stage, and I could be seen by the audience. So at one point, the cat wandered in front of the stand-up while they were performing, and then came up to me and jumped onto my lap. The entire crowd's attention was on me and the cat. Mostly the cat. The stand-up had no chance of competing against the cat for attention. And I learned one important lesson from this. No one will notice that your fly is open if there's a cat on your lap. Oh no, I'm no longer talking to anybody. What am I supposed to do? This is awkward. Oh no, it's been too long. I have no idea what they're talking about. If I try to join in right now, I might say something stupid. Like, do you guys ever wonder what credit cards taste like? Oh my god, don't say that, don't ask that. I'll just listen. Maybe I can insert myself into the conversation based on what they say.
People know how carrots are, you know? Like, they're orange and they hurt you eventually.
You're so right.
Big reference.
What? What are they saying over here?
Yeah, if I was made of butter, I'd probably eat myself, to be honest.
Preaching to the choir.
So
Makes sense.
What are those conversations? I can't enter either of them. Where should I look? Up? Down? No, this is weird.
Isn't that right, Nate?
Yeah?
See, he agrees with me. When it comes down to it, overalls are the most comfortable attire.
Wait, that was my chance. I should have stepped back into the conversation. Oh, no, now I'm back here. Maybe I should go to the bathroom. Then I can come back and insert myself into a group. Should I tell someone? Or do I just go? Which group would I say it to? I am an adult, so I shouldn't need to ask for permission. But what if they think I'm in the conversation right now? Then it's rude of me to leave without saying anything. Why is being social so complicated? I got it. I can check my phone. That way, they just think I'm being important. Then I can just step back into the conversation being like, oh, what I missed? I just had to check some emails. Wait, my battery's dead. Hopefully they won't notice that I'm looking at a dead phone. But what if they are looking at me right now? I'm not looking at them. What if they're judging me?
Nate, why are you looking at your dead
Nate,
phone?
why are you being social?
Nate, you're acting strange.
Nate, are you paying attention?
Nate, what are you doing?
Huh. I've never actually thought about myself in the third person. Is my name really Nate? I've never said my name before. Nate. It's a good word for rhyming. Late, say, late. Oh no. I am really deep in thought right now. Just look up slowly. Hopefully no one's noticed. Alright, I'm safe.
Hold on, guys. I have to take this call.
The group. Yeah,
They're naturally closing the gap that's left by the girl. If I don't move, yeah? Yes, I'm back in the conversation.
So how's your night going, Nate?
I'm being social.
Cool. Nailed it.
The call was just work. Nothing serious. Huh? This is awkward. What am I supposed to do? Do I pick a group? Oh no.
Let me take you back to when I was a freshman in college. I didn't really have a friend group back then, and I wasn't particularly social, meaning that I chose to play video games in my room rather than go out most of the time. But there were still times when I tried to reach out to people and make new friends. I just felt I wasn't very good at it. I remember one time, it was the first day of class. I sat down and a girl sat down next to me, and I said, "Hi, my name is Nate." And she looked at me and then looked away and didn't say anything. She ignored me. Didn't say a word. Internally, I was freaking out. What did I do? Is there something wrong with me? Oh no. I felt this weird sense that everybody around me knew how I was feeling and was laughing at me and judging me. And I proceeded to then always sit in the back of the classroom and be mostly silent and not try to talk to anybody. So why am I choosing to tell you this extremely uplifting story at this time? Because I think life is full of rejection, and dealing with those emotions, the easy thing to do is to just hide and think the world is against you. The next year, when I was a sophomore in college, I was at a party, and I encountered that same girl again. But this time, she started to talk to me. She introduced herself, and she was very friendly, and we got along. And after that, we became friends. But I never forgot that first meeting when she ignored me. I did not forget that. Eventually, in a moment where I thought it would be okay, I brought up that story, and her explanation surprised me. She said she didn't even remember that happening. She was normally so nervous on the first day of any class that she was probably in her own world. She felt like the world was judging her every move. So she apologized, we laughed it off, and that was that. I remember being at a friend's house. We were playing games, and I won a round, and my friend was seething each time I won. I won again and again and again, and finally he proceeded to throw the controller against the wall, break the controller, make a hole in the wall, and scream, and then punch the couch, and then reached into a drawer and said, "I do this all the time so my parents get me extra controllers." I nodded along with him and was like, "Yeah." In my head, I'm like, my parents got me one controller. If this thing breaks, there's not going to be any others. So I suggested we do something else, because yikes. Later, I had to be present when his parents yelled at him for making a hole in the wall. Yeah, they had gotten him the extra controllers so he wouldn't put holes in the wall. So after that, he lost all video game privileges. And I was like, "Well, it was nice seeing you. Thanks for the pizza. Okay, bye." I went bowling once with a group of friends, and I suck at bowling. I'm afraid that my fingers will get caught in the ball, and then when I throw the ball, my fingers will fall off, and then my arm will get ripped off, and it's going to be the end of the world. So I've just never felt comfortable. But this one time, threw the ball into the gutter. And in one lane over, there's this guy giving a lesson to a girl. He pointed at me and said, "See what he's doing? Don't do that." And I remember feeling this insane amount of shame and embarrassment. None of my friends noticed. They were all laughing and having fun. But I sat down and decided to give the rest of my turns to other people. And I haven't gone bowling since. I've always liked playing games on my laptop. You can play a wide range of games in a wide range of locations. Anyways, on this particular day, I was on a train with my girlfriend, and she was listening to a podcast while I was playing games. We came to a stop and some people got off. Then I heard a loud crash, like somebody fell over, and then an old man yelled, "My back!" We looked at each other, and then a parade of 7 little kids, all around the same age, ran on the train and swarmed around us. And this old guy with grandma-looking glasses hobbled on following them. He was holding a little plastic bag that had a slice of cake in it. He placed the little bag on the top of his seat and yelled, "This is mine!" to everybody in the train car. He then twinged in pain and sat right across from me. And I was surrounded by 4 kids. And so this guy just proceeded to look around with this goofy smile on his face, clearly wanting to talk to people. while also then every few minutes yelling at his kids to quiet down, which they didn't do. But eventually, they all got tired, the guy fell asleep and the kids fell asleep. And that was basically it. We got off the train, never saw the guy again. Or like, that was too much chaos. But ever since then, me and my girlfriend have had a running joke of just yelling, "My back!" at random times. Like, she'll just be reaching for something on a shelf and then yell, "My back!" And we'll also say, "This is mine," when we're holding random things or putting things down. So yeah, now you are in on the joke. So have fun with that. Okay, bye.